But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm glad I hit record after I said my cell phone number because I'm going to post this on YouTube. I didn't think about that. Alrighty. So today, first of all, I have a couple of shout outs. So last week, Cassidy is not on here, but Cassidy Austin hit Emerald last week. And she also is at Success Club 4. So she's one more life away from hitting Success Club 5 and getting that Success Club 5 prize. She did get the hitting Emerald prize too, the gift card. So very proud of her. She's been working really hard. And I have an early shout out. Katie just unofficially hit Emerald today. I can't say officially until Thursday morning when it shows up. But anyways, so she's sitting pretty for Emerald on Thursday. And she's also going to be at SC4. So just one more, Katie, and you'll be at SC5 and you'll get that prize. Not that it's all about the prize, but hey, that's nice too. But I'm so proud of you. You've been working hard, and I know all of you have been working too. So keep it up. Keep pushing, okay? And let's see. So a couple of things I kind of went over 2 weeks ago. I'm just going to go quickly through like the news and things going on. Did anyone catch Micah's live video on our big team page, on our upline page today? No, and that's okay. It was quick, and I'm going to say most of what she said already. I mean, but I'm going to say it a lot faster. So basically, the Fixate cooking show that I talked about a couple weeks ago, it comes out this week on Beachbody On Demand. I think it's Friday, the 19th. I could have the day wrong, but I know the date is the 19th. So I've been trying to post a lot of recipes from my Fixate cookbook this week just because I'm super excited about it, and I cook out of that all the time. I just don't always post the pictures. So I've been really trying to push those recipes just so it's like exciting when it does come out. And I can go like, oh, it's finally out, blah, blah, blah. And then if people are already on it, or if they want to try the free 30-day trial, it's free. They can check out those shows for a month. You know, there's going to be one a week, and the times are going to vary on it. But anyways, so that'll reach a certain set of people, that show will. So that's kind of exciting. And the other thing we talked about, the yoga retreat, starts in September. That's fun again because it's going to reach a different market. It's going to be the on-demand. You can do the free trial, or they can already have it and use it. So it's going to reach those people who are interested in the yoga. So that just gives you a different market of people to talk to. Then the Core de Force, which is like the martial arts, that comes out in November. So the one thing I did want to say about that is if you're interested in the Core de Force one, and even if you're not, because I wasn't super interested in the Country Heat program initially. I like country music, but I'm not a dancer. I'm not super coordinated. Like, it was not my cup of tea. But I wanted to promote it. I wanted other people to see it. And I did end up enjoying it once I did it a couple times. So I'm still uncoordinated, but it's fun. And I'm showing people the program as I talk about it and as I do it. So they get excited about it, and I'm excited about it. So with that being said, between, let's see, whenever I end Country Heat, which is like the end of, what are we in, August? The end of August, there will be about 60 days before the Core de Force comes out. So I'm not sure where everyone is in their program. I know if you're doing 20-day fix, you have kind of a narrower window, so you don't have to worry about it as much. But I recommend trying to time it where you can start the Core de Force at the 1st of November. Hey, Cassidy, I just saw you jumped on. I shouted you out a minute ago. Emerald, woo woo. But so I would time it where Core de Force, where you can start it and you can promote it. Does that make sense? Is something, my screen just switched up. That's weird. Is everyone still here? I think we lost Liv, maybe. Okay, well, she'll hopefully pop back on. So try to time it that way you can be getting people excited about when it comes out, and then you can try it out yourself. Just like I didn't love the Country Heat, at first, and love the idea of it, I am enjoying doing it. I'm halfway through today, actually. But anyways, timing is important, and that helps promote the program. So keep that in mind when you're planning what workouts you're going to do next. Okay? The other thing is the health bet. I'm not sure if you've heard about the health bet. It's pretty cool. I've never heard of anything like this. So they're basically doing Beachbody. Starts September 5th, and it's going through October 2nd. And basically, any challengers that have purchased a challenge pack up to that date before September 5th, they can be put into this challenge group, and it has to be done through the app on your phone. It's called the Challenge Tracker, My Challenge Tracker. And anyone added on there who logs 5 Shakeologies and 3 workouts each week through that time period will be entered into this bet. And Beachbody's putting $1 million in the pot. And every time a challenge pack is sold, $5 more goes into the pack, and it maxes out at $3 million. But what this means is that whoever participates in this challenge group, you, your challenger, one of your coaches, whoever participates, as long as they bought a challenge pack and they're doing the program, drinking the shakes and logging 5 shakes a week and 3 workouts, are entered to win a little piece of that money. If you do it, you get money no matter what. It's literally, you just get money. So it could be a huge amount if not very many people do it, or it could just be a small chunk. But either way, you're literally getting paid to work out and drink shakes, which is pretty cool because it can be your challengers, it can be you, your coaches. It's awesome. So free money, and it's a chance to check out the My Challenge Tracker app. So check it out. Maybe if you guys have success partners, which this is a good time to maybe get success partners. If you don't, you could team up with a success partner, do the group in the challenge, My Challenge Tracker app, and then you guys could do it together. So, because I know a few of you have already teamed up for groups on Facebook, so you could just team right up into that. So what I'm going to be doing is I'll start my prep week for that August 29th. It's a Monday. And then I'll be adding people all through that week. And then by that next Monday, they will have to start logging. And that's when that will begin, that September 5th. That's when they'll start their 5 shakes and 3 workout logs. Okay? So that's pretty cool. And then the last thing, I didn't know if you had seen, people have been posting videos of them and their family doing Country Heat. And if you're doing Country Heat and you post a video on Instagram or Twitter with you and a family member, and you hashtag it Country Heat and contest, you can be entered to win, I think, like $1,000 or something. So just something fun to keep in mind if you do Country Heat and you want to bring your family into it and try to win some moolah. So, it's kind of the announcements. I tried to fly through them. But otherwise, we're going to dive right into, I just have a couple things to talk about. It's going to be pretty brief. And then I want to take questions. And I had one question from Cassidy I'll answer at the end. I answered it pretty much on Facebook, but we'll talk about it in the group or in the video. Okay, so today I know a lot of us are trying to hit Emerald. That's kind of the next big goal for several of us. I know a couple of you have hit it. We already talked about that, which is awesome. And you guys need to keep trucking. And I know Diamond is the next goal for you too. So you'll be pushing for that. But I want to talk for a second about the importance of hitting Emerald, because even if you hit it, maybe you don't even realize everything that comes with it, kind of. First of all, it's kind of that first step into your business. Like, I feel like it's like that first investment into your business. You've hit Emerald, you're in it, you're going to keep pushing kind of thing. And for a lot of us, it can just be that choice. We choose, we're going to do it and get it done. I know, like for me, that's what it was. It was just a choice, and I just did it. But I had family that I was able to do it with. So really try to be thinking if you've got any family members you can reach out to that you can be adding as your 2 coaches there. And they can just be trying out the programs, discount coaches. But also, if that's not an option, then just keep pushing, building relationships, talking to people, and it will happen, okay? So with that being said, Emerald. So when you hit Emerald, that kind of unlocks some bonuses and some fun things that you can get. So it unlocks something that's called a team bonus cycle. And that's really neat because you have volume on your strong leg that's building. And if you hit Emerald, then once you get, I think it's 100 PV on your weak leg, every time that happens and there's 200 PV on the other leg, you get what's called a cycle bonus. And that's $14 every time you hit that. That's just extra money that you wouldn't have made as a coach. Now, it takes a little time sometimes to accrue that, but it can happen right away if you hit Emerald too, depending on the amount of volume you're getting. And I'm not going to go too deep into that, because what you can do is, I mean, there's videos all about placement and volume that will really explain to you what that means in the cycle bonus. I'm not going to say I'm the best at explaining that, but I want you to understand that that's something that can happen when you hit Emerald. You will get the cycle bonus. And then you will also get leads. So as long as you have the on-demand and you're set up with that, and you have your profile, like basic information filled out and a before picture, then you're Emerald, and you can get leads. You can get free leads, which, okay, you don't get money for those leads, but they're people. They're people who are interested in Beachbody. Either they're interested in the 30-day free trial, or I don't know how else sometimes they get signed up, but you end up with them, you get their information, and you can send them emails. I've added some on Facebook, and you connect with these people. You let them know you're their free coach. You're there to help them if they want to jump into a group, if they need any information, and you find out where they are on their journey. Guess what? A lot of times they ignore you, but sometimes they respond, they get involved, and then you have yourself a customer and a challenger, and you're helping them through their journey, okay? And then you have to hit Success Club 5 to get the free leads and be Emerald. Remember, these are all benefits of being Emerald. And then if you hit Success Club 10 and you're Emerald, then you get what's called Shakeology leads. And these are not just free leads. These are paid leads. These are people who have bought Shakeology. They've either bought a sample pack, they've either bought a big bag, or they've bought several bags. And you get the commission off of that, and you get them as a customer, and you can reach out to them as well, okay? So those are 3 huge perks: the team bonus cycle, hitting Success Club 5 and getting free leads, hitting Success Club 10 and getting the Shakeology paid leads, okay? So very big perks about hitting Emerald. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about, one of the most important things that I didn't really realize even in the beginning, it took a while for me to understand this and for it to pay off, is how important building relationships is. And I know I've said it, you've probably heard it 1,000 times, but I want to tell you, I've been finding out how important it is lately, because I've been seeing a lot of things come to fruition because of the relationships that I built in the beginning. So don't ever underestimate reaching out to someone and saying hi, and how are you? Your kids are so adorable. I love that picture you posted, blah, blah. I mean, I know I use those as examples, but that's how it works. You go look at their page, you see something, you reach out, you connect with them in some way, and you just talk to them. And you leave Beachbody out of it because you're truly wanting to build a relationship first. And sometimes it's hard. It's like, well, but I really want them to buy something. Well, I know. I do, we all do, because we're in it to help people, but we also want to be successful in our business endeavors. It's like, so it seems like, oh, why isn't this happening? But really take the time, talk to them, and maybe it doesn't come up, but you built the relationship, you built trust, and guess what? They're going to look at your page. They're going to be following some of your things, liking things. They're going to be watching you. And then maybe a month later, you check out their page again, and all in the meantime, you've been liking every once in a while on their things, and you talk to them again. Maybe one time they posted about how they didn't like their job, or they posted about how they needed to lose weight, and you saw that, and you had already reached out to them. So then you felt comfortable sending them a message saying, oh my goodness, I saw that you were kind of struggling with, with losing weight. And I mean, I've been there, I had some weight to lose, or I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. Maybe you didn't have weight to lose, but you can relate in some way, because fitness is part of your life. And, I can help you with that if you want me to, I understand if you don't want to right now, but I just wanted to let you know I'm here if you need anything. I run accountability groups, and I really love the programs that we have to offer, or whatever. I mean, but hopefully you're understanding what I'm saying. You've started building this relationship, and then even if it's a month or 2 months later, you're going back and you're reaching out to them. Even if you didn't see them post about the weight loss. Sometimes that happens. I've had that happen a couple of times, but it doesn't always happen. So you're just you know, a month or two goes by, you go back and you check in on them, but you're liking on their stuff, you're commenting on their stuff. But I mean, you can't just do this with 3 people a week. You've got to do this with large numbers of people throughout the week. Set a number every day, whether it's 5 each day. You connect with 5 new people, 5 new people, 5 new people. And that adds up, you know, you've connected with 25, 30 people depending on how many days you did that. And then you're building these relationships, and these people are checking out your page. They're following you. They're trusting you, okay? So don't ever underestimate building a relationship with someone. Now, eventually, it tends to come up in some way, what you do, even if it's in the conversation, you know. Do you have a job? Maybe you have a full-time job, but you have this other job that you really love. Maybe you stay at home and you're a mom, but I do this and I really enjoy it because it gives me me time, or this or that. Anyways, just never, ever underestimate building a relationship, okay? Those were the 2 main things I wanted to talk to you guys about today. And if you're doing your power hours and you're adding to your network, you're building those relationships, you're sending out messages to build those relationships, and you're inviting, then these things are going to happen. They're going to come to fruition because it's going to pay off. I'm telling you, I've had so many payoffs in the last month, like, that I never, ever thought would have happened. That I talked to people back in January when I started, when I didn't even know what to say, and it sounded ridiculous. Like, I remember, like, I've heard people say it's not about what you say, it's about, like, the heart that's behind what you say. Thank God for that, because I went back and read some of the stuff that I had wrote, you know, back in January and February when I just started. I was like, what was I thinking? Like, that doesn't even sound good, or that sounds so stupid, or whatever. But I was really just ready to help that person or to talk to that person. And it's true that, you know, your emotions and your feelings come through. So just keep that in mind if you're worried about the way something sounds, or just think about how you're feeling about it. Why are you doing this? And then it's going to come through. And have confidence, because the confidence will show through the message as well, okay? So if you're confident in what you're doing, which is tough to do at first, but you'll get that confidence. So try to think mentally like that. Like, you know, I got this. I want to talk to this person. I can help this person if they want that, okay? And don't let the other thing was those crickets and those no's. That's one of the hardest things, I think, for me in the beginning, and I imagine for some of you that's pretty hard. But now, like, it's legit a challenge. It's like, game on, you're going to talk to me, okay? It might not be today, it might not be next month, but you're going to talk to me, and we're going to be friends. And, like, even if you don't join a challenge group, it's, you know, I'm going to keep reaching out to you. And so it's kind of fun to me now, and I don't do it in a nagging way. I just try to do it as naturally as I can, like, find things to connect with them about. They ignore me, well, I try again later. And I go like and comment on stuff. And guess what? Sometimes I go back and I'm like, hey, they just liked my photo, or they just commented on this, even though they're not talking to me in those messages. So don't get discouraged by that. Give it time. And you know what? Sometimes they just don't respond. Like, and it's fine. Don't worry about it, okay? Just keep building those relationships. Keep finding those people to talk to. Keep adding to your network. I go through my mutual friends almost every day and add people. So make sure you're doing that. And if you have a fit page, which we'll talk a little bit more about in a minute, that's an area you can get some cold market people. And Instagram. Instagram is where you can get cold market people, okay? Because there's people just like you and I. I am amazed every day at the people that I build relationships with on Instagram. It's just like you find friends that you could have had, you know, in your normal life, but you never lived near each other. You never had a chance to meet. It's just funny. It's funny. Like, that's how I feel about Barbie. I mean, that's how I feel about you, you know? Like, we met, but we never knew each other, but I feel like we clicked. I feel like we could have been friends, you know? We are. But I mean, you know, like, how we ran into each other somewhere. So I just want to encourage you, build those relationships and don't get discouraged by the crickets and the no's. I mean, I know initially you feel like, oh, they didn't want to talk to me. That's not it. A, they were probably busy. B, they probably were like, I don't feel like working on myself, and she probably wants me to join a challenge group. Like, but I'm not ready to lose the weight, or I'm not ready to do that, because people aren't always ready for that. Okay, so I could go on and on about that, so I'm gonna stop. But building relationships, hitting Emerald. Hitting Emerald is huge because I feel like it's just that real big bang for your business. It's a big start, the real investment. So anyways, I'm gonna go over, Cassidy had a question, and then I'll open it up and you guys can ask me any questions that you have, any comments that you have, any successes you wanna share, whatever. Okay, so Cassidy was asking me about the fit page. And I don't even have it open right now, but I think you were asking about boosting posts and whether it was worth it or if it was kind of scammy. So what I'm discovering, I'm doing the Facebook, with Jesse Reagan, it's a Facebook ads training. It's like a 6-week training. So I've only gotten through the first module. So I'm gonna be sharing bits of that with you as I get it, because I know that it can be helpful for all of us. If you haven't started a fit page yet and you're not completely overwhelmed, I encourage you to start one. But if you still feel like you need some room to breathe, then take some time, you know, and don't kill yourself over a fit page, okay? But a fit page can be super simple. I literally post the same thing on my personal page as my fit page. There are some times when I have several pictures of my daughter that I don't double post. Like, I don't want to overload my fit page with too many of her, since it is super, super public. I mean, they're both public, but I feel like that's more public because I advertise it. Anyway, so then I might throw a food one on there or something. But otherwise, keep it simple. If you want to start one, just open one up and just post the same stuff. Copy and paste, copy and paste. It's that easy, okay? Just to get it started, because consistency is important with your fit page, okay? You need to be posting, if you have a fit page, 3 to 5 times a day, just like on your regular page, because that actually helps the amount of people that see the post that you advertise, okay? So to come back to your advertising question, Cassidy, the consistency is important because more people will see your ads if you've been consistent on your page. It's something with another formula with Facebook. I don't really understand how they do it, but if you haven't been consistent in posting and then you try to pay for an ad, you're just not gonna get as much traffic. But if you've been consistent, you'll get a little more traffic on it. Now, the other thing is I used to boost my posts. If you have a fit page, you're like, oh, I know what she's talking about. If you don't, just ignore it right now and you'll know when you get a fit page, okay? It'll say boost post. And I used to click that every time and I would do like $60 for 3 days or something like that. And I got some success off of that. I did get a few cold market people from that, which was nice. And I always add to my network from that, but that is actually not the best way, is what I've been told in my training that I just started. The best way is to run an ad, and that's something that shows up on the side of Facebook and it shows up in the newsfeed. So it's a little bit different than a boosted post. I tried it for the first time last night and I got 15 likes today from it. So it's actually been way more successful than any boosted post I've ever done. The only thing is I have to learn more about how I reach out to these people. I don't know if there's a place they comment or if they can actually like my post. So there's some things to be learned there, but definitely Facebook marketing is a huge thing that you can tap into. And some people run their business completely from a fit page if they learn how to do it the right way. Okay, I'm not there. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm working well with my regular page. But some people don't like to post all that on their personal page and they want to do a fit page. But if you ever do that, I would say 100% you need to go through the training like I'm doing, because you would want to know all the ins and outs before you did anything like that. So, okay, we've got 10 minutes left before they cut us off. So let's do some Q&A, and I hope, Cassie, that helped a little. If you have more questions about it, ask me. And like I said, I'll keep taking notes in my group and share with y'all. So, any questions? No? I'm so excited about the rank advancements that we've had, and I'm hoping I've got more prizes to give away. Success Club 5 is just around the corner for 2 of you, so you'll get to earn the Success Club 5 prize if you get that. Plus, you'll tap into the free leads, both of you, if you hit Success Club 5. So keep that in mind. And I know there's a couple more of you that can hit Emerald just like that. Like, if it happens, I know it'll happen fast for you guys. So, any questions? You guys are quiet. Workouts going okay? I'm sorry, someone said something.
Is there a better way to post on Instagram where I'm not going to get so many likes from other Beachbody coaches? I feel like everything I post, it gets likes from Beachbody.
Yes, and I remember that in the beginning too, and I remember asking my coach the same question. It's generally about your hashtags. I'm not sure what hashtags you're using, but I would definitely take a look at that. If you're using Beachbody Coach or Shakeology or common things that other coaches might say or use, you're probably going to get a lot of Beachbody coaches on there. So I always recommend trying to hashtag to your niche. I think that's how you say that. So things you're interested in. It looked like you were knitting some stuff. Are you into knitting? So I would recommend maybe like knitting moms or hashtag moms who knit, or, seeing like if there's hashtags for them. And then if there are, and there's several people in them, make it one of the hashtags you commonly use, because that's something you like to do. And you would like to meet other moms maybe that like to do that, You could think of some other hobbies that you have and things that you like, or, and hashtag those. It takes a little bit sometimes to figure out what you want as your niche or what you want. But once you find it, I recommend like putting it in a notes document and copying and pasting it a lot, and then just changing a few things depending on your picture. Sometimes some people say you can hashtag brands if you have like something in the picture that is a brand. You can hashtag that if you like that brand, if it's a dish brand or a clothing brand or whatever. That's always an idea. But hopefully that helps. And like if it's a day, like Monday, like I hashtag Motivation Monday all day today, that may get me a few coaches, but it also could be some regular people. So you'll always probably get a few coaches, but at the same time, that's why you want to reach out to your niche. Hopefully
the best lesson I think so far is like some of the comments that they make, and it's like, note to self, don't say that.
Right. And what happens a lot of times is they put these auto comments into programs, and so like they're building their Instagram. Like there's a website called Instagress, INSTAGRESS, which I actually have been using myself to build mine. And you have the option to put a comment in there. Don't ever do that. That's what they're doing. It's like beautiful pic, and it's like of your foot or something. And you're like, yeah, that's really pretty. Like, so it looks silly. You're right. Note to self, you don't want to do that. So usually it's an auto comment, and then sometimes it's spam, but yeah, hopefully that helps. And do a little research, on there, see what kind of hashtags you can find.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, of course. Any other questions? We got 5.5 minutes left. Katie, you have a question? You just popped up real big right in front of me. I don't know why. Are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You have a question?
Yeah. Yes. On the application, I don't know how to say it, but the WooFoo.
Yeah.
Do you have to pay in order to do a coaching one and a challenge application one? Like, how do I do two different ones?
I'd have to look at it and like screenshot it and send it to you or something. I don't remember what the options look like, but I know you can. I did both of mine free. I did not pay. So either send me a screenshot or I'll go look at it and see I don't know which page you're looking at. So I definitely just created one and created another one. That's what I did. So, but I can help you more with it if I'm looking at it. So, you guys send me a screenshot? That'll help me.
Okay, I will.
Right, I'll just respond to you personally. But if anyone else has questions or trouble with WooFoo, just let me know. He's talking about like my challenge group application and my coaching applications. Some of you, all of you, I think filled one out. So you probably know what she's talking about. I think it's always good to have one of those Again, not something you need to stress about right this second, unless you're feeling like you have just a little bit of room to breathe and do it. But basically, it's nice because you can just take mine and you can use all the information. I took my coaches and I said, okay, I want to use this, this, and this, and I'll change the words here if I feel like I need to make it sound more like me. But it was super simple otherwise. Okay, any other questions? No. Well, I'm really excited for all of us. And I'm excited because we have a team name, Team Limitless. That's kind of fun. I'm very excited about that. So anyways, guys, keep pushing for your goals. Get a success partner because it really will help you. You can push each other, set goals together, do a weekly call together. That's what I'm doing right now with my success partner. We're talking weekly. We have goals. We have income goals. We have just dream goals, what we want. We have we know each other's strengths and weaknesses, so we can help each other in those areas. So it's definitely worth it. It's kind of like dating, okay? You might not find the right success partner the first time, okay? No big deal. Like, no hard feelings, move on and find another one. But you want to find someone you work well with and that you can help each other reach your goals, okay? But you got to start, you got to try with someone. Yeah?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so every time I post something, I usually get the normal people liking it. And then anytime I post something about like the coaching, like being a coach and joining, it's like my mom is the only one who likes it.
Right.
I don't really heard it.
If you go back and look at my coaching post from last night, I think like you and 4 other people liked it. Like, that's just the way it works sometimes. It's one of those times you just got to be like, okay, it doesn't totally suck. That's fine. They're going to cut us off in less than a minute. But try not to get discouraged by that, okay? You're making a funny face at me. Okay, but we are going to get cut off. It's tough. It happens to all of us.
I think you cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Air Force Internet. It's awesome. Okay. But we're going to get cut off, so I'm going to go. But Cassidy, don't get discouraged. You guys shoot me a message. Find success partners if you need anything, okay? Bye. I'm leaving. Okay, I just trying to end it. Bye.
Bye.